Salut à tous, c'est Jean-Loup et toute l'équipe de Décibel. Heureux de vous retrouver pour ce deuxième numéro de la rentrée. Vous le savez, on vous retrouve maintenant tous les 15 jours, le mardi soir et aussi le mercredi après-midi pour Décibel, bien sûr. Les moments forts de cette émission aujourd'hui, Bryan Ferry sur scène, filmé à l'occasion de la deuxième édition du Diamond Award Festival. Ça se passait à Anvers il y a maintenant quelques semaines. Bryan Ferry sur scène. Autre moment fort de cette émission avec Rock en France. Qu'est-ce que c'est que Rock en France? Un festival que vous pouvez voir dans 8 grandes villes. Un véritable panorama de la musique rock en France. Ça nous intéresse. On vous en parlera aujourd'hui en concert. Bryan Ferry. Profitez-en bien. On ne le verra pas de sitôt sur scène, paraît-il. Nous, on l'adore, vous aussi. Bryan Ferry, dont vous savez qu'il a sorti un album chez Virgin, sa nouvelle maison de disques, ça s'appelle Bête Noire. Le voici donc tout de suite pour Décibel et dans Décibel, Bryan Ferry.
It's a great comeback on stage for you.
Well, it's part of a series of appearances I'm doing to sort of promote, you know, the new album, and I don't really see it as a comeback, so I didn't feel I ever went away, but it's yeah, this whole kind of the last 3 weeks I've been doing a lot of shows, and the first things, obviously, yes, I've done since the last album, which was, what, 2.5, 3 years ago. Yes.
Are these things you enjoy doing? These promotion work, playback stuff?
Well, it's a way of keeping in touch with my audience to some extent. It's not always the ideal setting. I think tonight's probably much better than normal, because sometimes you appear on shows which have kind of jugglers and different entertainers or something like this, and you think, well, you know, is this the right setting for my music? And then you think, well, maybe 20 million people are watching the show, and since I haven't been on tour for such a long time, it's one way at least of anybody who does like my music of seeing I'm still alive and kicking, kind of thing.
Making songs, composing, has it become harder work?
It's like, yeah, pretty much.
Years and years ago?
I think so, yes. It has. I think it's pretty sort of natural that it should as well, given the fact that you try and the more songs you do, the harder it is to write something that's a little bit different, you know, because it's always, like I say, any creative person, you know, just finds it harder to keep improving what he's done, or you try to improve in certain ways, certainly. And the work you do, 15 albums after the first one, is always going to be a bit different, because you kind of, human nature is such that you always want to explore different little areas, you know. I suppose the work has become more subtle anyway, which means that it's kind of a bit harder. I mean, I still love some of the early albums, and recently when I was doing a compilation album, I got a chance to listen to all the kind of catalogue, really, and things like For Your Pleasure, that album really stood out to me as being still rather good, which is very, you know, pleasant to hear.